The Raiders.
Raiders.
In the first head coaching gig for Antonio Pierce, the former Giant, his first time as an actual head coach, not an interim head coach at that point. So, unfortunately, he just still doesn't have a quarterback, really. I mean, Pornstash Gardner Minshew's there. But yeah, I wish he was going in a better scenario. He's like, you got a roof for the guy. Chargers are a 3-point favorite in this, and you got 40 points as the over-under, which is the lowest over-under this week. Rob, take it away.
Taken away. Like you said, Mr. Pierce takes over.
Please take me away.
Yeah, this is another game that, guys, if I had the option not to bet or pick on this game, I probably wouldn't, because this is another division rival game. Raiders, they rallied around Antonio Pierce last year. The Chargers you didn't really get a good scope on who they were as an actual team because all these different injuries. So a lot of moves in the offseason of players and players out. There's a reason why it is the lowest over-under of the week, pretty much. It's probably going to be a low-scoring, I don't want to say defensive game because they don't have really good defense on either side of the ball. I mean, granted, you got Max on the Raiders who's, lights out. But I'm taking the Chargers to win this game at home. I would almost, once again, go with the push because it's a 3-point spread. But I took the Chargers to cover the spread, and I took the under as well. Because I think it's going to be one of those lackluster games that are going to go back and forth. I could also be wrong, and it could be a complete blowout, and the Chargers still win, but let's go with the under in this one.
This is one of those games that I think it's very hard to call. I'm 100% with you because you got the biggest issue is you don't know what the Chargers are. So the Chargers got rid of all their big name receivers, basically. They got
flash sale.
Quentin Johnston, last year's first-round pick at a TCU, who did not look good last year. They got Ladd McConkey out of Georgia this year in the draft, who we liked as a slot receiver kind of guy, but you're going to ask either McConkey or Johnston now to be your number one receiver. Neither one of those are at that point right now, and neither one of them are guaranteed to eventually go to that kind of point and be a number one receiver. They brought in Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator who was with John Harbaugh over in Baltimore. And you know what kind of offense he runs? Run. Run
away.
I think you're going to see a good amount of running. He even brought in J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, the former Ravens running back duo that already know his run scheme and everything. This is a team that wants to run the ball. That's what they're going to look to do. And you got a top quarterback, for some people think, in this league. I'm still not 100% sold on Justin Herbert until he actually wins a meaningful game and has that signature win. But I think what's going on now is you're going to see more of a running team than you have in the past. You're going to see a much better coach team than you have in the past. We've complained about the coaching of the Chargers for how many years now when it comes to in-game decisions and all. This is going to be a different team, guys. And I think this is actually going to help Justin Herbert because some of the pressure is going to be taken off of him in this kind of offense. And if the offensive line holds up we got Rashawn Slater, who's just been a very good tackle. They got Joe Alt at the right tackle spot, who was their first round pick. You got Zion Johnson, who was a very good pickup as well. They put some draft capital in this offensive line. If this offensive line comes together, this offense is going to be a decent offense. It's just a matter of, when I say decent, it's going to be the offense that dinks and dunks when passing game, runs the ball, does the controls of time possession, keeps the defense off the field a lot more. Like, that's the kind of offense you're going to see, which sounds weird because that's not the way the Chargers have been lately, guys. This is a whole new Chargers. This ain't your mama's Chargers. The Chargers, I have to win this game. I have them to cover, and I have the under on the points, and I think the under in a Chargers game is going to be a theme this season. until the rest of the NFL figures out that they're going to be a running team that controls the clock. And I think they're already thinking that. And I think that's why they got that 40-point spread. Because over under, I should say, because they know what's happening here.
Yeah.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.